Almost 2 years ago, we left it all behind for a chance at the sailing adventure of a lifetime.
It has not been smooth sailing since then, but together we are learning and laughing our way through.
Our hope is that if we laugh long enough, we can make our merry way around the world.
And this
is a Millennial Falcon. So we've just gone in for a swim. Ooh, I'm gonna hold on with a different hand so I don't drop the camera. That'll be my first thing of the day, drop the camera in the water. We just got in for a swim because it's a beautiful, beautiful day. There's not much wind, but we are planning to sail to Simpson Bay. And it's just like a 10-mile kind of journey down there. And it's pretty much just to get a little bit of easting in. We are at the stage where we really, really, really need to head further south to get out of the hurricane zone. However, the wind isn't cooperating with us, and we have about a half day of wind to be able to get further south. Oh, sorry, to be able to get somewhere. Then it's going to calm down for about a day and a half, and then we'll have a good 3 days of wind. We'll travel on a little bit further down to St. Barts. That'll kind of be our first stopping point. Okay, 7 billionth time lucky. Let's get out of here. Adam has spent all the time fixing things, and we should have no problems getting out of here now. Let's see what the first problem is. Okay, we're off anchor. I can report that the boat is moving and has not yet broken. I will update shortly on whether we have broken down. Okay, so our aim last time was to get to that rock over there. Our aim this time, what's our aim this time?
the rock again.
The rock again? Okay, I was going to aim a little shorter there, but alright, we can try and go for the rock. That's quite ambitious. I don't know about that.
I could swim there, and I'm not convinced we're going to make it.
It feels really no vibration. What do you do to it?
Nothing. I haven't changed anything. It feels pretty good though, doesn't it? You still have a propeller?
3-minute report. Nothing has broken. What are you listening for?
I can hear it knocking, like a kind of gargling and knocking noise. I can't feel it. Bring the revs up a little.
Now I can feel more vibration. Is there any kind of bubbles coming out of there? Like,
I don't think you can see cavitation from the surface. It sounds like a propeller, an aeroplane propeller.
Jesus, no way we'd be able to sleep with this. I have no idea anymore. I really just don't know. Okay, that's the rock. We are past the rock. Adam wants to turn back already.
I just don't like the noise. I'm not happy at all. It can only be the propeller. It can only be the propeller. The cutlass bearing is new. I don't know. I'm going to get in the water when we get to Simpson and I'm going to check the cutlass bearing.
If I can... Alright, charge control is working. That's good. Alright, we're not cooking our batteries so far. Yep. I think every single thing that we confirm nowadays will have like a little asterisk to it. For now, so far, as of yet. It's always just going to have a little asterisk by it. Alright, sun setting. We are, actually the sun isn't setting really. I've just completely lied. Sun's coming from an irritating angle behind us. And we are now in Simpson Bay. We pretty much sounded like an aircraft carrier the whole time coming here.
Our propeller, the new Brunton's propeller, I don't know if it's normal, it sounds like a light aircraft. It seriously sounds like a Cessna 152 spooling up, and when you throttle back, it actually sounds like I grew up, I lived next to an airport when I grew up, and I would hear that noise at night when they would spool up to take off and when they would throttle back. It sounds exactly like that.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to put it up to, alright, I'll tell you what I'm up to. We're at 1200 now, okay? I'm going to put up to 2300. Can you hear that?
That is not the engine.
Can you hear us?
Like some of that is the engine, but that like droning, there's no way that's the engine. That never used to happen with the old propeller. Yeah. And now when you throttle back, it's even more apparent. Whoa.
Back to 1200.
Something is not right. I don't know whether maybe our paint job has like imbalanced the blades, or we're getting cavitation.
It's been really nice. It was my paint job. It was really, really bad. It was not our paint job. I did a really bad paint job, maybe.
I don't know what it is. Anyway, in other news, the charge controller and new alternator totally works.
Yes.
We're blinking full. We've got full batteries and it's regulated back to float. One problem solved.
Yes.
Totally. No dodginess. It works. Calling it.
One thing.
One thing.
So to mark the occasion of us moving today, I have bought stuff for a barbecue, and Adam has put beers in the fridge, and I am determined for us to have a good night where we don't think about work and we don't think about the boat, and we will just have a good night and some drinks and some good food. What's the verdict?
We opted to get in the water and try what I hoped would be a long shot, and turned out to be true. Was getting the old prop off to strip the paint to see if the paint had imbalanced the blades, which was causing our vibrations. I didn't expect to be able to get it off because we don't have a prop puller, and well, if it's anything like the old one, it would be an absolute nightmare to get off even with a prop puller. Unfortunately for this one, I was able to just hand remove it, literally with no prop puller. I got the nut undone, which was pretty snug, to be fair. Like it was not going anywhere without some assistance when the fastener was done up. But once I got all the nuts and stuff off, it was just one tug and it came straight off, which is just not right.
Halfway through taking the paint off here, but you can see that that there's been some paint damage where some of the paint is chipped off. So this is a little bit strange too, and it's only really on one propeller. So this could be where I didn't do a very good paint job.
So we're gonna talk to them, we're gonna email them and tell them what's going on, and with any luck, I don't know what the process is from here. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna probably put the old prop back on because we need to get mobile. I don't want to be dead in the water, particularly this time of year. We should be long gone already and we're not. Like at this stage, we actually might just live out, like survive the season and just start with like a 400-mile head start on everybody else.
Right? Exactly. People are going to be joining us soon, heading up north.
I know, they will actually. In another 3 weeks, they'll start heading north again. They will.
I spent the rest of the afternoon checking and rechecking the measurements of our shaft and the propeller, ultimately concluding the propeller was to spec and within a fair tolerance. We emailed Bruntons explaining the problem and describing the symptoms. We received a response the very next morning discussing the possible causes, the most likely of which was that the propeller was key-bound, which, for those of you who don't know, is essentially when the propeller is primarily sitting on the key instead of the shaft taper. Happy with that hypothesis, we decided to shelve the propeller project until we were in safer waters and could get a haul out to do the installation correctly.
The next day we set off on our 15-mile journey east to St. Barts.
I can hear them. Hey, buddy. Get in the water. I really want to get in the water.
That's so cool. Woohoo!
that. Our maiden voyage, or our first voyage beyond the safety of a bay, felt like a while, and I was fretting. We've had such a bad run of luck lately. Needed that. I needed that. It's a nice day, it's a sunny day, there's a good amount of breeze for a full canvas. Yes, we are bashing to windward, which kind of sucks, but the dolphins made it all worth it. If we turn back around and go to bed now in Simpson Bay, it would have been a good day, just because of that.
I'd been telling Adam all morning we saw 2 turtles, and I was saying to Adam, it's a sign that we should go and that this is going to be a good trip. But that was a sign. That was the sign. Exactly. Okay, turtles I might have been stretching it. I mean, turtles are pretty cool. But dolphins? That was a sign. That was a sign. Remember when we came into Key West? And it was the first time I think that we had seen dolphins. So that was after our first kind of journey, and they like brought us in. They were like welcoming us into Key West, and we were like, it's a sign. Oh my god, that's something you don't ever want to see.
Why do you need to play chicken?
Oh my
really
god.
Necessary? You couldn't have given me like 5-degree change?
Did he actually just honk at us? What? And look, that's how much clearance we have here. He was expecting to go in between. What?
Like, I don't know whether his agenda was to just be like, watch me mess with this sailboat.
I
and
know.
Watch it spin around and drive the other way.
We're even on the right side of him too.
There's no version of the rules where we didn't have right of way. He's not a big enough ship for us to like have to take any and all action to get out of his way. He's not a container ship. He's more manoeuvrable than we are.
After arriving in St. Barts and putting an anchor down, we checked the forecast for the next leg of our trip, and it wasn't good. Should I not film you with the beer in your hand at lunchtime?
Mike's weather page is like everyone on there always has a hurricane party when they have hurricanes, and this is not the hurricane, but this is probably the tail end of one, or if not the next tropical wave arriving. It's due for the next 2 days, so we're having ourselves a midday hurricane party.
Yay, we survived the last hurricane!
That's the one. Here comes the rain. Oh, the hatch is shut.
Oh, no, they're not! Quickly, the hatch dance! Oh, run!
Definitely why we didn't go sailing today.
Oh, this is horrible.
Yeah, there.
Oh, what a rainy day.
It's going to be a few of those for the next little while. Squall. It's going to be squall after squall, I think, for the next while.
Until those hurricanes go.
Don't say the word hurricane.
So I can say the word hurricane without the H, but hurricane.
I didn't know. So you got my message, but I didn't say the word. Because I might invite them. No, you're not supposed to whistle for the wind. You're not supposed to say hurricane this far north in hurricane season. You caught nothing.
I was just about to say something about the long lines of I'm quite impressed with how far into hurricane season we actually are, and we have not been hit.
It's not hit.
Hurricane season.
Not only did you literally tempt fate with word, like you actually said like, ha ha ha, we haven't been hit yet. You said the H word. It's nice knowing you, everyone. Sorry to everyone who the aftermath of hurricane.
What?
Oh no, now I'm dummy. Now we're really screwed. There's like a hurricane tipped for 60, or sorry, not a hurricane. Tropical depression. An hurricane. A tropical depression at 60% to the south, like forming in an area south of here and then recurving north. All the models at this stage show it sort of just being a big front or a big sort of blob of messy rain-making squally junk. So we're not super worried about getting wiped out, but we are a bit reluctant to sail any further south, knowing full well that it's just going to be a squally, messy disaster. There's a super calm patch coming on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we've decided at this stage to just monitor that, and if that turns out to be the case, which is in the wake of all of this rubbish that we're anticipating, we're just going to punch it the whole way, just unfortunately motor sail the whole way. We're going to wait, we're going to get some work done, see how the situation evolves, and then we'll do the last minute scramble south. And we haven't said this yet, but the reason we're trying to get south, and this is a no-no, shouldn't be sailing on a deadline, is to meet Khiara's mother and sister who's coming in to visit us on the 3rd of October. So we've got to basically do the whole island chain in 10 days, which is really not a big deal if the elements cooperate, and they're not. They're doing everything in their power, conspiring against us at present.